Hello guys, आज चाहिँ नेपालको गेम छ, सबैजना मिलेर हेर्नुपर्छ ल। ल आउनुहोस् हैन, नेपालको गेम हेरौँ। नेपालले पहिलोमा ब्राजिलको विकेट गुमाएको छ। नेपालले आफ्नो पहिलो विकेटमा कुशल प्रत्यलाई गुमाएको र सेकेन्ड ब्याटिङमा आकाश हाम्रो रोहित आसिफ रोहित आफ्नो पार्टनरसिप गर्दै किसिमले भोल्युम सानो भयो जस्तो लाग्यो, म भोल्युम बढाइदिन्छु ल।
Every age group follows it at the moment. From kids from right up to my son who's 7 years old to our grandfather's age. So everyone would be staying in the same hall and watching and be glued to their TV screens, for sure. Something I'm always struck by on my visits to Nepal and so often.
राम्रो शट हेरेका छन्।
These days, I'm desperate to get back. I haven't been there this year with no international cricket for the men being played on home soil in 2025 due to the TU International Cricket Grounds reconstruction. Seats added in. What a job this man has done. Supported ably by Gyanendra Mallet in the background as the assistant coach, Stuart Law. Been all around the world, isn't he? The West Indies, with Bangladesh, with Sri Lanka, USA, where he did such a good job. He speaks the outside edge. But the reaction from back home, it's been the talk of social media. It's almost created more noise in India, Pakistan on social media at points. And I think the players, most of the Nepal players went to that final yesterday as well. Yeah, a lot of players, around 10-12 players were there in the ground yesterday and they were enjoying it. One day, they could be there as well, playing against Pakistan very soon. Akbar Ali and Durga Subedi are two umpires there. Celebrate the victory over the West Indies. Just go and enjoy India v Pakistan at Dubai Sports City. I think that's pitched outside leg. End of the third. 14 for 1.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Get the best value American cuisine in Nepal. How do you say? When we got the best of everything, all at the best value.
And if you're watching us live right now, you're very welcome along to the coverage. Great to have the routine of the Nepal Bandit team alongside Kantapur, and then all around the world, those different platforms that you can tune in on and enjoy, even here on the routine of Middle East here in the Gulf. Anticipating the arm ball. Been a cautious start, hasn't it? They probably are a little bit wary of Achilles saying they don't want to lose 2 or 3 in the power play. Absolutely.
3.1 मा 14 रन
Best
अनि
bowler,
कमै भयो।
Hussain would look to pick up another here in the power play. Being cautious there, Rohit, trying to force it in the offside, but it wouldn't be easy that with that incoming angle. Such a skill, isn't it? The arm ball is something that he goes to an awful lot. How won't have much exposure to Akil Hussain. You just see here, he comes wide of the crease, and look at how far this comes in. The initial line is almost out towards the guideline, and it swings in like a boomerang or a banana. Exceptional bowling, and one captain dismisses the other. The pressure was building, and the West Indies, well, back into their groove in this second match. Yeah, big mistake there by Rohit Podel, trying to force it, bringing out the big hike in the left side, big gap between the bat and pad, and it goes through.
The guys wicket.
Again, it's the captain Hussain who gets
over captain Rohit Powder. He has to go for 10 of 3 of 10. Nepal lose the second wicket for 14.
यस्तो पारा त साथीहरू जितिन हाम्रा हार्ड हिटर कुशल आएका छन् खान्छन् कि
Bishal Mala, he was really good 48 hours ago, put on 58 alongside the captain who's just been dismissed, Rohit Powder. Cleaned up by his opposite number for 3 of 10. Mala's real talent is that X factor of hitting sixes. Hit a couple the other evening. Off spinner will be counteracted better by the left-hander. This was a wonderful piece of bowling, Sharon.
If you look at the way it came in, wide of the angle, pitched and came in sharply. Didn't get the length, Rohit, to hit that shot. Just went through it, but completely missed it. Bamboozled the stump.
30 Malamay aligned with skipper's 38 in that really good third wicket partnership. Started what was a very nervy start in the opening game. Very similar here tonight.
Now he needs to carry on. He has the highest strike rate in. He needs to carry on. He has the highest strike rate in Team Nepal. They will need them in this situation as well. Asif Sheikh looking better in this league.
Unfortunate Asif Sheikh to just do enough to keep that out. We'll get the single. No doubt Nepal are in trouble though. 4 bowled, it's 16 for 2.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Matches for Kushal Patel, who's departed. Jason Holder.
राम्रो शट चौकाको लागि गएको छ ल फाइनली चौका
Dispatch for 4. Parish off his first ball.
Good evening, everyone. That was a beautiful shot by Asif Sheikh, leaning to the drive. Excellent shot.
राम्रो चौका हानेका छन् आशिष शेखले
That is a copybook shot. Again, beautifully done by Asif Sheikh.
Jason Holder will be the only one who knows whether that was an error ball or he was looking for swing early. Does he pull his length back a little bit now? Yeah, just a little.
Again, trying to force that on the offside, getting that inside it back to short fine leg for a single. We can't need a partnership like what they did in the first game. Rohit Powder and Bishal Mala having a very good partnership.
Yeah, I believe it's given the strength, the relative strengths of both teams, you have to scrap for every run and the balance of power. And the reason I'm saying that is, yes, it is a West Indies team, but it is a West Indies team that is bereft of a number of first choice players. So a number of young batters who are not accustomed to having the lead roles and playing that frontline option apart from Kyle Mayers in that top order.
Hit it straight down the ground by Kushal Malla. That's umpires are checking whether it's carried all the way or one bounce. That was hit straight as an arrow by Kushal Malla. He's very good in lifting the ball up from the 30-yard circle.
And I wouldn't say it was a bad delivery either. It's just a high-class shot. The presentation of the bat face through the line of the ball. Jason Holder will know that he perhaps can't be that close to Kushal Malla in future, so just 4. But it's a welcome boundary.
Bishal Panthi just picked it up, hit it on the up, straight towards the bowler's head. One bounce over the boundary line. Good comeback ball by Jason Holder. York length. Very, very experienced. Holder took 4 wickets in the first game.
The Yorker that followed this shot, which gives us a good sighting of it just landing short. Going full again was brave bowling. I certainly would have been looking now to pull my length back, maybe back edge of a good length.
That was a full toss. Kushal Malla was surprised by the ball. After 5, Nepal 25-2.
Hi, I'm Ronishma. पुरा नाम भन्यो भने सोशल मिडियामा स्टप गर्छौ तर अहिले मलाई मेरो करियरमा फोकस गर्न छ र हजुरहरूले पनि गर्नुपर्छ किनभने जान छ अब्रड जस्तै अस्ट्रेलियामा डेटा साइन्स युएसए मा आईटी या युके मा बिजनेस त्यसैले ग्लोबल रिचलाई गर्नुहोस्
साथीहरु विदेश गएर भने नेपालमै के गरौ भनेर सोच्नुमा चाहिँ हामीहरुले चाहिँ
युनिभर्सिटी भिजा कसरी
विदेश गएर मात्रै भन्दा पनि नेपालमै के गरौ भनेर सोच्नुपर्छ
Nepal's hottest bite. It's delicious.
Bertel and Podell already gone. And Akil Singh, who's picked up those wickets, continues. Magnificent stroke.
Around Archie Sheikh playing the ball over the 30-yard circle. This is his second boundary. Picked up again nicely. Deliberately went over the top because Panthi is still running. Yeah, I think this is an unusual case. Long off.
Yeah, usually you find that man down at long off if he's looking to spin the ball away. What he has to do is be into the pitch in the way that he got Bertel and Podell. Not full of length, but into the surface. Sort of like that. And misfield goes for Paul. Back-to-back boundaries. And 2 lovely shots from Asif Sheikh.
Yes, this time around it was a bit shorter and quicker through the air by Khil Hussain. Went to the back foot and cut it very fiercely, beating the fielder at cover point. Even though it was a misfield, nevertheless a boundary for Nepal.
They got 34 for 2 in their power play in the previous game, the first T20I. Field has been strengthened on the offside. Smart. Fielder was taken out of mid-wicket previous ball and put into the offside, and it's stuck there for 1.
Yes, 2 back-to-back boundaries and a single for Asif Sheikh. Just rotating the strike. The left-hand, right-hand combination can disrupt the bowler's line and length. That is what these 2 Nepalese are trying to do. Talking about Akil Hussain, he's such a clever campaigner, clever bowler. The arm ball that he bowls like we saw what Bishal Panthi had coming into him, and even Rohit Porul, the captain, who tried to slot sweep that ball, the ball coming into the right-hander and getting him clean bowled. Bishal Malla giving himself a bit of time, is natural and aggression.
Reminder, the two deep fielders are at long on and deep mid-wicket. And the reason why I allude to what I said earlier, that you have to scrap, is because there are two batting lineups that are not necessarily going to score 190, 200 for you, not often anyway. And Nepal fields so well and use their bowling so strategically that the West Indies have to believe here that they need to limit them to something under 150. That'll be the goal. Whether they do that, only time will tell. It's good batting. It really is good batting. He got the length to play the shot again. To close out the power play, 39 for 2.
छोरा जन्मिँदा घरमा एसियन पेन्ट्स अल्टिमा प्रोटेक्ट शाइन लगा त्यति नै हो यसमा रहेको युभी हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्षसम्म घर लाग्छ सधैँ शाइनदार घर वर्षौं वर्ष
This is the power package, nicely done. That's this one. Sulam in front. And we're talking about this shot. Roy Bowler trying to slot three back. This is an incredibly good shot by Bishal Malla. Good shape again, going over the top.
And I understand why Akhil Hussain chose to bowl a third. He had 2 for 4 from 2 overs. Usually he would press for a 30. It's good on Nepal and these two batters to take advantage of the final power play over. The middle overs, crucial. You've got Bidesi who will come into the attack. Zishan Motara on his international debut. Fabian Allen was a little expensive in the first game. West Indies have gone with the extra spin option tonight.
Yes, identifying that the pitch is a little bit on the slower side. That is why they went with an extra spinner. Aerial ball back of the length by Jason Holder. Asif Sheikh wanted to take a run, but Bishal Malla sent him back.
Yeah, that's kind of where, after Jason Holder was struck, that was my option. He bowled an attempted Yorker, 2 attempted Yorkers, one was a full toss. That's sort of where I thought he might have gone after being struck down the ground. There are different ways of operation.
That's way down the leg side. I think he tried to attempt an in-swinger. You can see the wrist position. That was, the seam was facing the fine leg fielder.
Yeah, he's experienced enough, Jason Holder, to know what he wants to. My option.
सबैले 15मा 26 हानेका छन् र अझै हान्ने छन्
Play slightly more off the back foot.
हैन
Not that one is right or wrong.
आफै नेपालले जित्ने छ भन्दै फेरि गएको छ 2 रन
So I would want to find out anyway what the back foot game looks like.
ल स्वागत छ क्वाउन भयो मेरो लाइभमा फेरि
Jason Holder, very experienced player, a very good campaigner. He knows what to do.
लाइभ हेरौँ मजाले हेलो फेरि एकजना नयाँ थपिनु भएको छ स्वागत छ हजुरलाई मेरो युट्युब च्यानलमा नेपालको गेम हेरौँ राम्रोसँग
Not let him in to drive.
Lakeside field is strengthened. 3 midfielders at mid-wicket, square leg and long on.
ल आज नेपालले जित्छ कि हार्छ यसो कमेन्ट गरिदिन्छ ल यसो पोजिटिभ कमेन्ट एउटा त बनिहाल्छ
Trouble at the bowler's end. Trouble.
ओ नो नो
I think he gets back. That was outstanding fielding though by Zishan
अलिकति
Motara.
कम्युनिकेसन गरेर खेल्नु पर्यो
Did he get back?
ओ टिभी अम्पायरको लागि
This is the first time we've seen
मलाई सेफ भइदिए राम्रो हुन्थ्यो सो आउट छैन जस्तो छ
between the two Nepali batters. Misunderstanding. That was very good fielding at backer point.
सो कम्युनिकेसन गरेर खेल्नु पर्यो हैन ओहो आउट छ जस्तो छ सेट हाम्रो मल्ल गएका छन्
At least I thought he got back. My error. That's good from Zishan Motara on debut. That's a sort of feeling.
नेपालले फेरि अर्को विकेट गुमाएको छ हार्ड हिटर कुशल मल्ललाई
need to bring with their youngsters.
त्यस्तै भयो भने त अनि भएन आज फेरि के खेल्यो यस्तो रन लिनै नपर्ने ठाउँमा रन लिएर यत्तिकै हेत्तेरी
And Kushal Mala goes for 7. 43 for 3.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप
हेरौँ यत्तिकै नेपाल एउटा विकेट सित्तैमा गुमायो राम्रोसँग कम्युनिकेसन नगरेर अब चाहिँ कम्युनिकेसन गरी गरी खेल्नुपर्ने छ र फेरि ब्याटिङ गर्नको लागि 5 नम्बरमा आएका छन् हाम्रा भीम सार्की
Sandeep Jora.
ओ सन्दीप जोरा ओ सरी किरा भीम जस्तो देखिरा सन्दीप जोरा
One
आएका
of the
छन्
things the West
र
Indies would have talked about is being more intense in the field. Motara has done that.
र आउने बित्तिकै राम्रो सर्ट हान्न खोजेका 1 रनको लागि
But that piece of fielding was outstanding.
Yes, it was that created the run out. Kushal Malla back in the hut. Talking about
के
something.
अब यस्तो के गर्न खोज्या हो
And threw the ball very quickly to Jason Holder. The throw was accurate. And the rest of doing by Jason Holder.
यस्तो खेल्ने हुन्छ भने त्यही खेल त अलि राम्रो खेल्नु पर्यो नेपाल
That's more like it. That's more West Indian stuff. Wide signal though.
जोरा
Does not please Holder any.
Well, we all thought that was a very good bumper by Jason Holder, but given as a wide. The batsman Sundeep Zora had to take evasive action. It was headed directly to his helmet.
होइन भएन 7 ओभरमा 45 रन छ यस्तो पाराले त क्षति हान्ने हो नेपालले अलि राम्रो खेल्नु पर्यो हरिहर पनि छ ट्रेकमा क्लियर लाग्नु पर्यो अब घर बसी बसी फाल्टु बस्नुभन्दा सो केही काम धन्दाहरू गर्नु पर्यो दसैँ आयो सबैलाई ह्याप्पी दसैँ पनि अब यस्तै युट्युबमा लाइभ बसेर पैसा कमाएर एउटा यस्तै बाइक किन्ने रहरमा छु त्यो रहर पुरा गरिदिनु होला होइन त्यही भन्न चाहन्छु त्यति नै हो मैले भन्न
Featherweight
चाहेको
down seamer and a wrist spinner, and one of those wrist spinners was bowled well in the first game, having the Desi into the attack.
ब्याटिङ गर्दै आसिफ शेख
Very good start, very left arm from the first game. Took 3 wickets in the first game. He doesn't turn the ball so much, but it's very, very accurate.
हेरौँ अब के कस्तो हुन्छ
He bowls a good length, and
एक रनको लागि राम्रो
his journey has been a fascinating
Racing.
one for me because he comes from the same country, Trinidad and Tobago, but he emanates more from the northeast of the country, where I come from the north. He went to his primary school up in that part.
त्यसको लागि
Talks
माफी
about
चाहौँ
having to
होइन
wake up to leave home at 3 o'clock in the morning to travel from where he lived in Bish to Queen's Royal College and then return home at 5
अबदेखि
6
चाहिँ
in the
हजुरहरूले
evening.
नेपालको लाइभ
And his
सबै एसी
control of
च्यानलमा
length
हेर्न पाउनुहुनेछ
in that first
त्यही भएर
T20
यो च्यानललाई
international
सब्सक्राइब गरेर टक्क नोटिफिकेसन अन गरेर राख्नु होला हजुरहरूलाई यदि नेपालको गेम हेरिरहनु मनपर्छ भने र आसिफ शेखबाट फेरि हातको उत्कृष्ट चौका
Excellently played by Asif Sheikh over the extra cover. This was slightly fuller delivery by Naveen.
आज आसिफ शेख अलिकति फर्ममा देखिएका छन्
In the slot.
र सन्दीप जोराले उसलाई साथ दिए पार्टनरसिप राम्रै जान्छ जस्तो छ
Good cricket all round by Asif Sheikh, hitting a 4 and taking a single, rotating the strike again.
स्ट्राइक रोटेट गर्दै मजाले एक एक रन बाउन्ड्री एउटा बाउन्ड्री र एक रनले हुन्छ डट नआइकन त्यति भएपछि नेपालले टार्गेट राम्रै दिनेछ र बलिङ राम्रो गर्यो भने जित्ने अनिवार्य छ
Don't experiment too much initially. 52 for 3.
8 ओभरको समाप्तिमा 3 विकेट लस 52 रन हानेको छ नेपालले हेलो हेलो नयाँ आउनुभयो यसो च्यानललाई सब्सक्राइब गर्नु लाइक गर्नु
हामी हौ केआइसी अपलोड स्टडी तथा टेस्ट प्रिपरेसनको लागि एउटा विश्वसनीय नाम अस्ट्रेलिया युके युएस क्यानाडा न्युजिल्यान्ड कहाँ पढ्न जान चाहनुहुन्छ तपाईँ आउने होइन त केआइसी
जाने हो त अब फरेन कन्ट्री पढ्नको लागि कुन कन्ट्री जाने हजुरको ड्रिम कन्ट्री सो कमेन्ट गरिदिनु ल
Well, the 50s come up in good style too. Asif
यी
Sheikh is
बाँकी
anchoring
दिपेन्द्र छन्
the
गुलसन छन्
innings.
हाम्रो हिटर आदिल छन् सोमपाल करण छ लाइनअप राम्रै छ होइन सो डराउनु पर्दैन नेपालले जित्छ
Needless run-outs. Not even a dive attempted by Kushal Malla to try and regain his ground at the non-striker's end. It's left Nepal in a slightly difficult position, as we'll see the
अझ
debutants.
अझ खुब भन्नुभएको छ धनबमज्यूले किसा राम्रो चौका प्रहार गरेका छन् फेरि आसिफ शेखले
Zishan spanked away for 4 by Asif Sheikh, who's looking very good, as I welcome Carlos Brathwaite.
के छ धनबम सञ्चारमै छौ
Yeah, nice shot from Asif Sheikh, getting into his innings nicely.
के छ रफ्तार सब ठिकठाक छ रफ्तारलाई
Off. Looks
रफ्तार
calm,
नेपालको
looks
गेम
calm as
हेर्दै
well.
इन्डियाबाट
Wouldn't have been too many
ठिक
times.
छ आसिफ दाजुले राम्रो हानेर आउनुहुन्छ उहाँ टिकेर खेलिदिनु भयो भने नेपालले राम्रो टार्गेट दिनेछ जस्ट सन्दुप जोराले साथ दिए पुग्नेछ आसिफ शेखलाई
And it's still a work in progress. I don't think because we have 2 more spinners all of a sudden now we'll be able to get 20 wickets straight off the bat. But series like this is so important to be able to test them. It's a level up from breakout. They always get a chance or a fair chance or a long enough run in the CPL. So this is where you sink or swim.
Just the 2 appearances
Cut off his
in
ball.
the CPL this year for the
ठिक
Barbados
छ
Royals. 19
बिस्तारै बिस्तारै हात बस्छ
appearances.
जोराज्यू आत्तिनु पर्दैन
Special moment. You remember that moment yourself when you got your first cap, Carlos?
राम्रो हानेका छन् र जोराले सफल भएका छन् भने फेरि चौका प्रहार गर्न नेपालको स्कोर कार्डमा 4 रन फेरि थप्न सफल भएका छन्। मजाले आनन्दले बिस्तारै हान्ने भने ठिक छ, राम्रो हुनेछ, नेपालले पक्कै जित्नेछ।
They know the length they want to attack. They're finding the angles nicely.
फेरि पनि अर्को राम्रो प्रहार सन्दीप जोराबाट र फेरि चौका प्रहार गर्न सफल भएका छन् हाम्रा सन्दीप जोरा। उनी जोन्टी रुडको नामले पनि चिनिन्छन्। मेरो फोन किन्ने हो त भिभो 5G। दसैँ तिहार आइसक्यो साथीहरू, हेर्नुहोस् के गर्नु। सो खर्च हालिदिनु भयो, हालिदिनु पऱ्यो। 9 ओभरमा 65 रन, 3 विकेटको लसमा नेपाल। आसिफ शेख 25 मा 40 र सन्दीप जोरा 6 माथि 6 मा 9 होला। ठिक छ, आसिफले आज राम्रो खेलिरहेका छन्। ओ नो, के भयो? आसिफको सट आएर सिधै मेरो फोनमा लागे जस्तो छ, फोन ढलिहाल्यो होइन। अरू त
not necessarily from a leg spin perspective, not showing me leg spinners vicious balls, but you know, talking about understanding tactics, kind of an acceptance of where he is. And I have had the pleasure of talking to Bish before games, and it actually kind of calmed me down a lot. A lot of times it's him trying to find out different things from the player, and as a player it soothes you because
नेपालले ढुक्कै जित्नेछ होइन। नेपालले जिते भयो, अरू केही चाहिएन। नेपालले जिते, अरू हामीलाई केही चाहिने छैन। नेपालले जिते छ। करेन्ट रनिङ हाम्रो 7.16 को छ। यस्तै पाराले 143 को टार्गेट दिनेछ। त्यो त अलिक कमी हुन्छ। ओ फेरि अर्को राम्रो प्रहार सन्दीप जोराले। चौका प्रहार गर्न फेरि सफल सन्दीप जोरा, तर राम्रो इफोर्ट थियो फिल्डिङबाट। फेरि 4 रन जोड्न नेपालको स्कोरबोर्डमा सफल सन्दीप जोरा। आसिफ शेख 27 मा 42 र सन्दीप जोरा 8 मा 14 हान्दै।
Just so quick between the wickets, they do all the basics right, and it was those 1%ers that proved the difference.
Yeah, 100%. And you thought West Indies started a little bit better with Zishan Matar at point, effecting the run out, but it hasn't continued in that direction. It's something they need to change in the final 10 overs if they so salvage this game.
मिसफिल्ड र फेरि आउन सफल 1 रन खातामा जोडेको छ। 10 ओभरको समाप्तिमा 74 रन 3 विकेट।
As we get to the halfway stage of the first innings, it'll be time for the players to take in a drink, with Nepal at 74 for 3.
के छ त साथीहरू, तपाईँलाई के लाग्छ? नेपालले जित्ला कि हार्ला आज? यसो नेपालले जिते त अति राम्रो हुने थियो। 10 ओभर समाप्तिको पछि ड्रिङ्क्स ब्रेक चलिरहेको छ।
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Unity Cup, Nepal versus West Indies, powered by Extreme Energy Drink, in association with Coca-Cola, NASA Securities, Lovey Hospitality Group, associate sponsors, Bajaj Pulsar, Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles, E-Sewa, supported by Model Institute of Technology, MIT, Nepal Airlines, Nepal Tourism Board, Bardhan IVF Nepal, Vivo, broadcasted by Routine of Nepal Bandhan.
आसिफ शेख
Asif
28 मा
Sheikh has started the
43
show thus far, striking at more than 150. And Sandeep Jora has come in. This is his role, to play, to work it around, to allow the power hitters to
आसिफ
come in
शेखले
after.
7 वटा चौका हानिसकेका
Dipender
छन्।
Singh Ari and Gulshan Jha and the returning Mohammad Adil Alam. Here's the 3 wickets that have fallen.
हाम्रो
Kushal
भुटेल
Patel got himself
दाई,
in a horrible tangle.
हाम्रो रोहित दाई
Caudle probably just felt the pressure of the dot balls building up
र
against him.
हाम्रा
This was probably
मल्ले
the
दाई
unforgivable one. A real
फेरि आउट भएको छन्। मल्ले दाई त
marvellous work
कस्तो अनसेटिस्फ्याक्सन तरिकाले आउट
by
भएका
the
छन्।
youngster at backward point, combining with Jason Holder to
ड्रिङ्क्स
catch
ब्रेक सकिएर
Kusal
अब
Mala short.
11औं ओभरको सुरुवात।
Lots of spin options for the West Indies tonight. Fabian Allen,
बलिङ
experienced
गर्दै
one of those.
अलि
He comes into the attack now for the first time with the 2 right-handers at the crease. And the talk you would imagine, Carlos, for the West Indies in that drinks break will be that they need to break this partnership.
राम्रो
They do take on the single. That could have been close. He's a fantastic, a phenomenal fielder, Fabian Allen. The initial stop was very good. Could this have been out with a direct hit?
Definitely it's close. You talk about fielding and fielding prowess. I think Fabian Allen is up there with one of the best in the world.
राम्रो एफोर्ट है तर बलरकोबाट चाहिँ राम्रो एकदम क्लोज ओहो
Would have been gone. Would have been gone.
ओहो सन्दुप जरा आनन्दले मजाले स्ट्राइक रोटेट गर्दै धेरै हान्नुपर्ने छैन।
Comes with that pedigree from the USA days. I think this was out. I think you're right. Gone, and gone for all money. To even turn that into an opportunity was marvellous athleticism. But you must have been impressed by Nepal's fielding.
टक्क टक्क रगडाउँदै यदि रन त लिनै पर्छ, सो डट खाएर हुँदैन।
Kushal Patel too.
Yeah, it was a good fielding performance. I think the intensity is what I loved. A lot of men fast across the ground. They get to the ball quickly. They look hungry.
जोरा दाई
Regardless of sport that you play, if you are the underdog, you know you have to get the 1%ers right. You know you have to, in cricket, do the basics. That's fielding, there's turning ones into twos. That's turning twos into ones.
एक रन स्ट्राइक रोटेट गर्दै मजाले आनन्दले खेलेर 15 ओभरसम्म त्यसपछि बजाउन थाले हुन्छ।
To the mark, you can outgun them with your basics versus their skills.
I know they'll have been well prepped, and I'm not saying they were underestimating Nepal, but do you feel they were surprised by particularly the speed to the ball that the fielder showed?
राम्रो सर्ट र फेरि गएको छ चौका।
Controlled stroke of the highest quality. Asif Sheikh going through the gears nicely. It's 80 for 3.
हाम्रो ओपनर आसिफ शेखले राम्रो खेलिरहेका छन्।
Really good
राम्रो
shot.
सर्ट
Yeah, off the stumps, but he stepped
मिठो
over the line. Saw it was back in
फिल्डरहरूलाई
the
चिर्दै
position.
चौका गएको छ।
Nicely, getting all the back over the ball and into the ground.
Hotel at your fingertips. देशभरिका विभिन्न होटलहरू बुक गर्नुहोस् एक क्लिकमा। अब होटल बुकिङ पनि ई सेवाबाटै।
Really good platform for
जोराले
Nepal.
के गर्छन्
Very, very humid evening out there. West Indies probably just starting to feel the pressure a touch, so much so the captain has said, now's the time for me to bowl my fourth and final over.
Yeah, there'll be that 140 in the mind of the West Indian players. They couldn't chase it for 150 in the first game. You know, almost have that as a target. They don't want Nepal to reach. So I think psychologically being in this situation, they're feeling the pressure a bit.
Even if this is a tight over, let's say it goes for 2 or 3, Nepal still have a position whereby they might better their score from 2 days ago.
I think if West Indies look after the middle, they'll think that how the innings subsided in the first game, that they can do something similar and restrict Nepal. However, we know in cricket, wickets in hand are so important, and they would think that with wickets in hand, it's possible for them to finish better than they did in the first game. And that would be the cause of concern. So Akil Hussain has brought himself back to try to make a breakthrough. Asif Sheikh going well on 48 off 31. Joro better than a runner ball. So this is a seasoned partnership, and he's seen the importance of having to break it.
No communication गरेर खेल्नु पर्यो नेपाल टिम फेरि आए
Because at the end of the 12th over,
मलाई जस्तै रन आउट भइहाल्यो
they
भने
were 82 for 3. So almost a carbon copy. Posted 148 that night. They'd like a few more, I suspect, with the fact that Akil Hussain will be bowled out in 2 deliveries' time.
Oh,
Going to take on the quick single, and Sheikh had to hurry. An appeal from Akil
How's
Hussain,
that?
a delayed one. He says, how is that, umpire? Umpire has a think and says, no, we won't go upstairs. Safe single.
यस्तो कम्युनिकेसन नगरिकन खेले हो छैन 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 राम्रो तरिकाले छ अहिले त
Behind the stumps to have the catch and go back. Questions are being asked of a young West Indies fielding team. The youth should mean exuberance and intensity.
It's a very good set, as always, from Akil Hussain. He'll finish with the marvellous figures. Well, 4 overs, 2 for 21. It's 83 for 3.
होइन अब त 100 क्रस गर्नुपर्ने थियो त्यससम्म
गुनासो मात्रै गर्छ कसैको नयाँ घर हेरेर घाँटी पाङ्गिएको गुनासो सबै हैरान आए लिएर गुनासोको चाङ छोरा जन्मिँदा घरमा एसियन पेन्ट्स अल्टिमा प्रोटेक्ट शाइन लगाएको त्यति नै हो यसमा भएको युभी हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्ष सुरक्षा घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार घर वर्षौं वर्ष
Fabian Allen.
राम्रो शट बाई जोरा मिठो शट हानेका
This has
छन्
been some
जोराले
lovely ball striking to go with 12 fours from Nepal.
Fantastic, Sandeep Zora. 24 of 17. He has come back into the side. Second match he's playing in this series. Very well timed. He's a very elegant player, Sandeep. Brilliant.
ढक्क बाउन्ड्री हान्दै स्ट्राइक रोटेट गर्दै मजाले खेले
Let's have a look at this in the replay. Very well timed.
आसिफ शेख हाफ सेन्चुरीको लागि एक बल अगाडि एक रन मात्रै कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन आसिफ शेख हाफ सेन्चुरी
In T20 internationals, and he joins his brother who has a half century against the West Indies in ODIs. So the Sheikhs doing their thing.
One of the most stylish batters. He's been getting starts as well. 50 of 34. Wonderful opportunity for him to convert. Converted this time. Big appeal. Would have missed the stumps for sure.
Sandeep Zora, easy खेल्नु पर्यो easy.
The younger Sheikh, Asif Sheikh.
Asif Sheikh को 50 रिप्ले यो दोस्तो चौका.
Squeeze it looking shots.
राम्रो
Times the ball really well.
Sandeep Zora को राम्रो प्रयास तर फिल्डर नजिकै.
How rare is it, Ian, for both the brothers to be so good, to make it to the national side? Such proud parents. There must be in his home city in Birganj. On the back foot towards the offside, will be a single. So 50 partnership
Zero
has also
over
come up
complete.
after 13, 93
र
for
93 मा 3.
Wonderfully compiled.
पिउने पानी भण्डारणको लागि सबैभन्दा उपयुक्त स्टेनलेस स्टिल वाटर ट्याङ्क पञ्चकन्या एसएस ट्याङ्क 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित.
Dacey again. None for 17 so far. Found it a little bit tougher today as Nepal have been a little bit more aggressive even though they lost those 2 early wickets.
मिठो शॉट by Sandeep Zora. एकदमै राम्रो शट प्रहार गरेका छन् सन्दीप जोराले.
Oh, he's loving it. He meditated this time, came down the track, and right thing to do as well. While now getting into a very strong position and
2 foot अगाडि सरेर 2 फिट अगाडि सरेर मिठो प्रहार गरे.
the batters to come down the track.
छक्काको लागि.
They're certainly looking for a score better than what they scored the first match. So 100 up as well. So Nepal getting into a fantastic position from here now. More than 6 overs to go, Ian. How do you think this pair will approach from here now?
राम्रो शट तर
They've got a lot of
फिल्डर
resources left. Obviously,
मजबुत.
they've got 7 wickets, Nepal. So they should be looking
ठिक छ अब दुवैजना अट्याकिङमा खेलिने
in
राम्रै
excess
हुन्छ.
of 160. That would be the
43 मा
theory with
59
this
पार्टनरशिप
partnership well
राम्रो पार्टनरशिप
established.
भयो. दुईको कल
Good running
सायद.
again. So that's some of the impressive stuff that they've done. They've supplemented the
2
boundary
रन
hitting
इजी.
today with that excellent running that we saw in the first game.
Certainly the running between the wickets has always been a strength for the Nepalese. Bishal Malla isn't known to be that fast and he was run out. But this pair, Asif and Zora, Sandeep Zora, also an excellent runner in between the wickets. Has moved on to 35 in just 23. Another single, 12 runs of this over, 14 gone, 105 for 3.
ठिक छ अब यस्तै गरी बचाउनु पर्यो सबै ओभरमा. हेलो वेलकम छ हजुरलाई. कहाँबाट गेम हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ यसो कमेन्ट गरिदिनु होला. सुरुमा चाहिँ एडर चाहिँ राम्रोसँग हेर्नुहुन्न है साथी नेपालले जित्छ कि हार्छ यसो कमेन्ट गरिदिउँ त
From Nepal, and this partnership has been excellent. Last 30 deliveries, 40 runs have come. And I think they've sort of, not shocked, but surprised the West Indies with the consistency of boundary hitting, the aggression that they've shown with the bat.
Not have agreed more. The counter attack was
प्रोजेक्ट रिस्टोर यति गेममा गयो नि 150 रहेछ नेपालले
They did the same.
ठिक छ 150 160 सम्मको दियो भने नेपालले बलिङबाट रोक्न सक्छ राम्रो बलिङ गर्यो नि ओहो हो जोरा
What have the spinners done? Navin Bidesi is a lot more expensive than he was in that first game. He's gone at 9s. Motara's bowled 1 for 13. Fabian Allen at 8s is not too bad. So it's not surprising they've had to go back to one of their 2 specialist seamers in Blades.
च्यानलमा नयाँ हुन्छ भने सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनु होला राम्रो शट तर फिल्डरले राम्रो रोके
He's timing the ball really well here, Sandeep Zora. You think of Sandeep and you think of youngsters who you think have underperformed in their career. He's out of the side as well. Tremendous ability. Fantastic timer of the ball. And a very handy fielder himself. That's the VIP box there. Chaturbahadur Chand, the president of Cricket Association of Nepal. A few other board members as well.
Oh no, top is oh no. Sandeep Zorako एकदम ठुलो लक.
In the end, no one. No love lost now.
विकेट गयो भनेको सन्दीप जोरा एकदम लकी दुईजना फिल्डर मिसकम्युनिकेसन भएर बाँचेका छन् नराम्रो टपेज लागेको थियो
Very lucky this, very fortuitous here. Is it Sandeep Zora's night?
Oh no, Asif Sheikh.
Asif, 53 of 37. He's been there right from the start. Nepal lost both its openers early in the previous game, but this time has stayed there. This is how the ball landed on no man's land. Yes, Asif probably just came in the way of the bowler, but should have been better communication anyways.
यो ओभरमा एक रन मात्रै भयो अलि हान्नु पर्यो
Cross seamer here again from Blades.
Side wide.
Yeah, that's another area that the West Indies hope to improve on from the first game. There were 10 wides. Yeah, I think that's where Akil Hussain has to accept that he should have gone for the catch because Blades was definitely alongside the batter. Just momentarily, just there. So he was a little inhibited, which Akil Hussain should have been the one to take that.
भएन 5 बल भइसक्यो 2 रन आछ यो ओभरमा जम्मा 1 रन ब्याटबाट र 1 वाइडबाट
It's a field set that suggests maybe a higher percentage of going into the surface with 4 deep fielders.
फिल्डमा चेक भइसकेका छन् हाम्रो आसिफ जोरा दुवै अलि हान्नु पर्यो
Too straight on that occasion.
फेरि अर्को वाइड
Another wide. This has been a consistent problem for the West Indies bowlers. Six wides already, 10 in the first match. Bonus runs here for Nepal.
ओहो
And this
Asif
time with the
Sheikh.
pace. Great, tight
यो
over this
बलमा
time.
जम्मा
3 runs
3
despite the
रन
two
हो
wides.
नो
15
यस्तो
gone.
रिता
Run
भएन
need for 3.
अलि हान्नु पर्यो अब दुईटा पार्टनरहरू
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Score after 15 overs almost runs parallel with what Nepal managed to achieve at the same point in the innings in the first game. They were 4 down then for 108, but they got strangled a little bit in the last 5. Kyle Mayers into the attack. Sometimes you'd see Kyle Mayers a lot in this
हार्ड हिट गर्नु पर्यो नेपालले अब
swing it
यस्तो पाराले त अलि कमै रन आउँछ
Occasionally he'd bowl at the back end. It's not an easy job coming to bowl your first over now in what we call the depth with 2 set batters.
यत्रो सेट भएको ब्याटरहरूले यत्रो फर्ममा अब त बल थपाइसके हान्नु पर्यो बनाएरै ओ यस्तै यस्तै मिठो हान्नु पर्यो आसिफ शेख
First 6 for Asif.
यस्तै सर्ट हान्नु पर्यो अब
It was towards the bigger side of the ground. Fantastic shot, and he knew the ball had travelled the distance right after he struck. The sound so crispy. Nepal going on really well here.
यस्तै यस्तै सर्ट हानेर नेपालको स्कोर बोर्डमा रन बढाउनु पर्यो 12 चौका 3 छक्काको मद्दतमा नेपालले 15.2 ओभरमा 115 रन बनाएको छ 3 विकेट खर्च गरेर
Previous game 8 sixes and 6 fours in their innings.
के लाग्छ तपाईलाई आसिफ शेखको सेन्चुरी बन्ला त आज फेरि अर्को शट तर फिल्डरको हातमा सिधै बल
It's been a wonderful innings for Asif. He scored 60, stayed there when his partners were falling. Nepal lost 3 early wickets. And this partnership now 73 of 56 already. Zorat 38 of 28. Perfect partnership that Nepal required at that
आसिफ
point in
शेख 8 वटा चौका र एउटा छक्काको मद्दतमा 42 बलमा 60 रन हानेर बसेका छन्
This is not even a new thing now.
लाग्छ सन्दुप जराले नि आफ्नो हाफ सेन्चुरी सजिलै बनाउने छन् उनी पनि 29 बलमा 40 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् फेयरको प्राइस तर
And again,
फेरि 2 रन लिन सफल
decisive in that first game. And they have to look now to Jason Holder with his 2 overs left to come back into the attack to look to close out the innings. He's their go-to man at the end of the innings and try to stem this wonderful partnership. It's truly been spectacular.
हान्न खोजेको अन्तर अलि ब्याटमा कनेक्ट भएन र फेरि पनि
Nepal going well, 121 for 3.
सिंगल ल्याउन सफल
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Really good partnership. It should have been broken. I fully agree with Ian Bishop that it should have been Akil Hussain, the captain.
दुईजनाले मजाले हान्नु
Should have
पर्यो
come in with his momentum, having
बल
walked
डट
in
भन्दा
to
नि
take that catch that would have dismissed
झडमका झडम
Sandeep
मजिद
Jura.
हातमा 6
Life
विकेट
being
बाँकी नै
given,
छ
he's holder.
साइडमा वाइड बलबाट
Called upon
सुरुवात
for a very important 2 overs. Doesn't look best pleased with a couple of the decisions tonight, but that one clearly a wide as I say good evening to Paresh Lahani. Nepal in a good position here, Paresh.
Good evening, ladies. Yes, Nepal definitely in a very good position here. Still 7 wickets in hand. Power hitters yet to come. Gulshan Jha, Dipendra Singh Aire and Adil Alam. 3 power hitters.
16 ओभरमा
Very good
22
innings by Zora
रन
and
122
Asif Sheikh.
3 विकेट गुमाएर अत्ता बल नरोकी हान्नु पर्यो भएन यसरी
Big swing and a miss.
बल रिड गरेर हान्नु पर्यो
Seeing
बल
that.
रिड गरेर
That little
ओइ अलि
statistic
सबै
on the left
देखाउ
of your
त अरे
screen.
हुन्छ
Here in
हजुर म
Sharjah.
सबै देखाउँछु एकैछिन ल ए ल म मेरो साथीको लागि सबै देखाउन गइरहेको छु
In T20s this year, there's been plenty of runs on offer towards
के
the end of
भन्छ
the innings.
लक भन्छ त किन एकैछिन ल के मिनेट यहाँ मेरो
7.83 in the power play, middle overs, 7.99
लक
and
भन्छ ल
11.38 in the death overs.
ट्रेजर डिभाइस ब्याक भन्छ यसरी त देखाएन म यसरी नै देखाउँछु ल मिठो प्रहार गरेको छ फेरि सन्दुप जोराले
Rohit Powdell elated with
र
that.
फेरि
The captain
6
claps on as Jura finds the
सँगसँगै
maximum, his third. Nepal on the charge.
This was picked up very nicely by Sandeep Zora, over long on for a 6. And off got a ball by Jason Holder. Nicely picked away by Sandeep Zora for a 6. The third 6, as you said, Lenny, has moved to 49 of 33. A good partnership this, 85 of 62.
73 मा 49 हालेर सन्दुप जोरा हाफ सेन्चुरीको नजिकै
A big selection call from Stuart Law has gone right.
तीनटा छक्का र तीनटा चौकाको मद्दतले उनी यहाँसम्म आइपुगेका हुन्
Given his chance.
र फेरि एक रनसँगै सन्दुप जोराको पनि हाफ सेन्चुरी कम्प्लिट भएको
Coming
छ
against the Test Nation first against the West Indies for him. And he's played ever so well. Has come off 34 balls.
दुवैजनाको 34 मा 50 34 मा 50 ल
You can see the
राम्रो
strike rate
पार्टनरशिप गइरहेको छ
1.71 for Sandeep Zora. Asif Sheikh opened the batting. He's on 60 of 42. 3 6s and 3 4s for Sandeep Zora in his 50. Facing just 32 balls. 34 balls, I beg your pardon.
Hold around the wicket, Asif Sheikh.
Oh,
Sheikh
no,
just
no.
loses his shape completely. Good change of pace, bowled into the surface. Yeah, both of these batters, both Asif Sheikh and Sandeep Jura, tasting milestone 50s against Test Nations in this format for the first time. It's just such a golden opportunity for this Nepal side.
Yes, it is. One up in the series. 3-match series for
34 मा 50 सन्दुप जोरा पनि ल आज नेपालको दुईजनाले हाफ सेन्चुरी हानिसकेका छन्
bilateral series.
आशिष शेखको सेन्चुरी हान्ने चान्स पनि छ र फेरि अर्को मिठो शट प्रहार गर्दै नो म्यान साइडमा आसिफ
Anyone could have got there, it would have been Superman himself, Fabian Allen.
ल यही सँगसँगै नेपालले 130 रन पनि कम्प्लिट गरेको छ
Rohit Powdell spoke about 160 at the toss. They're right on track for that and maybe more.
Absolutely, they are. If this partnership moves towards the 20th over, they might well get extension of 160. You can see the projected score there.
Oh, राम्रो
Look out too by Sandeep Jura, who will keep the strike. It's 131 for 3.
बल टक्क हेर्दै मिलाउँदै हार्ड हिट गर्नुपर्ने छ अब
Fair and Handsome, भनेको छ Smart and Handsome brightening cream and face wash with nature and science. Natsa reduces dark spots, gives instant brighter look. Smart and Handsome.
और एक दिन handsome code.
तेरो फोन किन्ने हैन त किन्ने हो भने आजै जाउँ स्वागत छ हजुरलाई मेरो युट्युब च्यानलमा नयाँ हुन्छ सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुहोला र आजको गेम कहिले जित्छ यसो कमेन्ट गर्नुहोला
Certainly be confident of maybe taking an unassailable 2-0 series lead.
ओ नो नो राम्रो प्रयास तर डट बल भएको छ
Remarkable to think of a player as talented as this 23-year-old. Just 2 appearances in the CPL this year for the Guyana Amazon Warriors.
सन्दुप जरा अब स्टाइलमा भन्दा पनि उनले अगाडि फुड फन्डमै राम्रो हान्नु पर्ने छ
overs, just 15 runs given away by him. Under 5 runs per over for him.
मिठो राम्रो शट र फेरि छक्का भएको छ सन्दुप जराको लागि र उही फेरि नेपालको स्कोरबोर्डमा 6 रन जोड्न सफल भएका छन्
Talking about JD bowling good overs, 3.1 overs for 15 runs. Ultimately gets a 6 in the last over of his spell.
फेरि ब्याक टु ब्याक अर्को छक्का हान्न सफल सन्दुप जोरा
What a strike from Sandeep Jora. Nepal are in dreamland here.
राम्रो एकदम राम्रो प्रहार गरिरहेका छन् सन्दीपले ल
He's crossed his partner 63 of just
गुलसन झारेडी पर साइडमा बसेका छन् उनी आउनु पर्ला जस्तो छ आजको पार्टनरशिप हेर्दा
69 balls.
What a way to go to that landmark 100 partnership. That's cleared the ropes by many a mile. Outstanding strike, probably the biggest 6 of the night. Just sublime from Sandeep Jora. And Nepal fans probably can't quite believe it's already a career best for him, passing the 56 he made against PNG. That was out in Hong Kong last year.
फेरि ब्याक टु ब्याक ओ नो सन्दुप जोराले नेपालले फेरि अर्को ठुलो विकेट गुमाएको छ सन्दुप जोरा उनले राम्रो हानिरहेका थिए लगातार 2 छक्का हानेर त्यस्तो छक्का हाने प्रयासमा क्याच आउट तर एकदमै राम्रो इनिङ
Sandeep Zora just held there by the umpire to check the front foot of the bowler.
Asif Sheikh knows his cricket. He said, wait, you just wait. The umpires want to have a look upstairs. Surely not, young Jediah Blades.
Lucky 70 मा 100 पार्टनरशिप एकदम राम्रो पार्टनरशिप
Surely you've kept
बनाएर
your
गएका
foot
छन्
behind that line.
नो सन्दुप जोरा फेरि हारको लकी सन्दुपले आज एकदम धेरै लक लिएर आएका छन् फेरि नोबलमा
Behind the line. I don't know, Paresh is my answer. I'd much rather be here than
सन्दुप जरा अघि एकचोटि एज लाएर क्याचरबाट नि बचेका छन् र फेरि अर्को क्याचर भएको बेलामा नोबल पाएका छन् एकदम ठुलो लक लिएर आएका छन् सन्दुपले आज राति
all he needs is something behind the line at the point of contact. The foot is not down at that stage, it is there. Now, is there any part of the big size 12, size 13s behind that front line? Sandeep Jora has actually gone back into his position. He feels as though this will be given as a no ball. It's ever so close.
सन्दुप जरा एकदम धेरै लकी पर्सन आज आउट
Despite Sandeep Jora having retaken his position, he thought it was a no ball from looking up at the big screen. But Buddy Pradhan said just a millimetre, just something behind the line. It means that Jora's gone for 63. It's 143.
नो बल किन यत्रो फ्रुट फ्रन्ट अघि थियो अब खै
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप
हजुरले यसो कमेन्ट गर्नु त किन नोबल नदिएको होला हजुरले यसो थाहा छ भने सो मलाई त नोबल जस्तो लागिरहेको थियो र हाम्रो फेरि अर्को हिटर आएका छन् गुलसन झा टिभी एम्पायर कुरा गर्दै हाँसिरहेका छन् तर त्यो बल चाहिँ नोबल हुनुपर्ने थियो होइन
He can have impact, but a wicket will always stem the momentum that Nepal have built up. There's come in a little bit of controversy. Just how close it was. He hit 2 sixes the 2 previous balls, Paresh.
That came out of the inner part of the bat, couldn't time it. He hit 2 consecutive sixes and trying to hit the third one, perishes. Nevertheless, a wonderful innings by Sandeep Zora.
Really skillful bowling.
सुरुमा बल हिट गर अलिकति हिट गर्न खोज सुरुमा यदि बल राम्रोसँग फेस गर अनि हिट गर
Get the best value American degree in Nepal. How do you say? Well, we got the best of everything, all at the best value.
KFC.
Jason Holder is a certainty to bowl one of the final 2. The big question is who's going to bowl the other one. It'd be a very tall task to ask of one of the 2.
7 जना बलर युज गरेको छ ल वेस्ट इन्डिजले
He's bowled 3. Here comes Holder. He'll bowl the 19th. Paresh, I have no idea at all who Akhil Hussain is thinking to bowl the 20th.
Yes, talking about Jason, he's going to bowl the
नेपालले कतिको टार्गेट दिएर त यसो कमेन्ट गरौँ त ल
Hussain is already done with his 4 overs.
Is this a miscount, a misstep from Akhil Hussain?
It might be because of Sandeep Zora's innings. He hit 2 sixes in a row.
You just wonder whether or not he's planned it this way, that he's going to ask a young wrist spinner to bowl the 20th and final. Kyle Mayers is the other option. I suppose the experience of Fabian Allen possibly to spear them in, but Gulshan Jha loves left arm spin if he's still at the crease in the 20th and final. Just outside the guideline. No arguments this time from Jason Holder because Gulshan Jha did not move.
He's trying to bowl to his field, but bowling a bit wider of the off stump of the left-hander.
18.1 मा 145 रन 4 विकेट गुमाएर नेपालले
cover point and long off as well. There's short extra cover.
राम्रो शट फेरि गएको छ अर्को 6 गुल्सन छ
How's he got this all the way for 6?
राम्रो शट बाई गुल्सन छ र यस्तै हार्नु पर्छ
A good hitter, a big hitter as well. I think the bottom hand came into play.
Dumbstruck here. Don't know how
he's got 170 175 प्लस को टार्गेट दिनुपर्ने छ ल आज
all the way into the gate.
Clever
comeback. The pace comes up. The fingers are rolled over the delivery.
Gulshan Jha talking to himself, just telling himself, I think, to keep your mind calm. Still 6.3
you can do it.
overs to go.
Oh no, top
May well
is
have a concussion check here because the short ball has just surprised Gulshan Jha, given his leg buys, and rightly we will see the physio brought on. Paresh, I know your prowess with the bats. You are maybe a little more technically correct than Gulshan Jah up at the top of the order, but how, oh how, has he got this one all the way over the rope? It wasn't a bad delivery necessarily.
This was the ball that hit his helmet. A good bumper by Jason Holder. Let's hope he's fine. Gulshan Jah.
राम्रो हिट भेटेका छन्
Jason Holder when he asked him, "Are you okay or not?"
It was a really heavy blow. Good to see that he's okay and fit to continue. Now let's have a look at this six. How did he get this there all the way?
This is all.
अब दुई बलमा फेरि दुई छक्का हान्नु पर्यो गुल्सन छ
You can see that. Look at the use of the bottom hand.
Outstanding, and I think it's actually where Jason Holder is trying to bowl. He's trying to get it full and wide outside the off stump. Audacious in the way in which, as you say, gets that bottom hand through the stroke. Love the Nepal flag on the gloves as well.
12 चौका 7 छक्का सँगै नेपालले जोडेको
Just like we saw the other evening with many different players clearing the ropes, Nepal showing their power. Very good bowling. Crucial dots as the leg bite had brought Asif Sheikh onto strike. He's just maybe hit a bit of a lull, a slow spot here in the final five.
आसिफ शेखलाई एउटा छक्का हानेर यो ओभरको समाप्ति गरिदिनु पर्यो
Sandeep Zora, who played so well. Good innings by him. And Jason Holder is bowling to his field. There's a deep backward point and a deep extra cover. Short third, cover point, and mid-off is inside the circle.
Now how's this one gone all the way? Almost an action replay, a mirror image if you will. The first one belonged to Gulshan Jah. This one belongs to Asif Sheikh. The over ends in some style. It's 158 for 4.
लास्ट ओभरमा कति हान्ने छ नेपालले अब
Indulge this festive season with Sunfi Start Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
It's come as a team, and they've all carried the side in their own way. First it was Asif Sheikh, critical the way in which he's carrying his bat through this innings. Then Sandeep Jura really picked it up. And now Gulshan Jah.
एकदम मिठो शट हानेको छन् ल आसिफले चाहिँ
Final over. Kyle Mears to bowl it. How's that's the appeal? And it's given. Gets it full, gets it straight. And it's good enough to find the fifth wicket.
यल्दी आउट गएका
We were
छन्
wondering who's going to bowl the last over. It is Kyle Mears bowling a full delivery, a Yorker, getting Gulshan Jah right in front of the stumps.
यो ओभरमा 15 रन त हान्नु पर्यो
It was really full. Yes, the back foot. They don't come any easier than that. There's been 2 decisions tonight for Durga Subedi. And he said, I may as well not be here. Anyone would have given it out. Going to go on it, face the middle. Jazz, it was short and sweet. 6 off 6. 158 for 5.
को आउँछन् दिपेन्द्र आउँछन् कि आदिल आदिल अन्सार आएका छन् ब्याटिङमा हेरौँ उनले कति खान्छन् अब धेरै पर्दैन अबको 5 बलमा 15 रन हान्ने इनफ टार्गेट पुग्नेछ
Mohamed Adil Alam to the crease, his first international, could be run out here in 3 years instead. I think he's going to get 2 leg byes, and I think we're going to have another concussion check, because for the second time in 2 overs the helmet has been struck and the physio will have to scamper on. Good use of the short ball from Kyle Mears. Rather remarkably, that was his first ever T20I wicket. He bowled so much in the franchise leagues, I couldn't believe that when our statistician told us. but another good bouncer.
Yes, it was right on the grill, Adil Alam. He must be shook by that delivery. Anyway, 2 runs added to Nepal's total, 160 for 5 in the last over of the innings.
Just a very conscientious piece of leadership from Stuart Law and Rohit Powell to get Mohamed Adil.
ल नेपालले फाइनली 160 पुराको छ अब 4 बलमा 12 रन हानेर यो स्टेडियमको हाईएस्ट रनको टार्गेट दिन सक्नेछ
Back in, he's shown really good form.
मिठो lovely shot by Adil Alam.
Welcome back to international cricket, Mohamed Adil Alam.
Even though he
Mohamed Adil Alam एकदमै मिठो lovely shot.
Hit it for a maximum 6.
The reason I was going to ask you, is it a conscientious piece of leadership, not going with Dipender Singh Airi, who's known as the 6-hitter, going with Adil Alam, giving him his chance back in to the red and blue of Nepal?
It's turning out to be a good decision by the captain and the coach.
आज एउटा छक्काको जरुरत बनेको भएन छक्का 1 रन.
Captain there, right on the edge of the circle.
अब 2 बलमा एउटा छक्का त प्रहार गर्नै पर्यो.
For Mohamed Adil Alam, the power that Nepal have shown in the latter stages of this innings. They didn't hit a single 6 in the first 10 overs. They've hit 9 inside 10 overs in the second half.
Yeah, courtesy goes to Sundip Zora, 3 6s that he hit, and even Asif Sheikh and Gulshan Shah, and now Mohammad Adil Alam.
Mistakes here. They're going to try and scamper. A run, no, it's all happening. The butterfingers kicking in, the dew potentially, maybe the humidity.
Oh, the wide ma एकदम मिठो राम्रो.
For the second time in just 48 hours.
Yes, they have been. Apart from that 6, this has been a very good over by Carl Mayers. Again, trying to bowl a leg cutter going down the leg side.
Oh, टपेज र चौका गएको छ राम्रो.
70's been crossed now, and it's a very, very satisfied looking captain, Rohit Powell.
173.
With the boys batting like that.
एक छक्का हानेर ट्याक्कै 180 को टार्गेट दिन सक्दैछ नेपालले. के 180 को टार्गेट देला त.
Really good performance this from Nepal, hugely impressive. And this is going to be gone. It'll be 2 for Mayers. The 3rd ever so easy.
एकदम राम्रो इनिङ्स नेपालले खेलेको छ. 174 को टार्गेट.
I think he'll be satisfied with that though. Mohamed Adil Alam back into international cricket. The only change to the team tonight. He's had his impact with 2 boundaries, and if you had offered Nepal 173 from their 20 overs, I think they would have taken it.
के गर्छ साथीहरु, आज पनि नेपालले जित्यो त.
Losing 3 wickets for Nepal, 10 runs per over scored in the last 5. More than 10, 12 runs per over. It was dead in front.
एकदम राम्रो इनिङ्स खेलेछ नेपालले र राम्रो टार्गेट दियो. 174 को हामीहरु फेरि भेटौँला 15 मिनेटको ब्रेक पछि.
Maybe a few smiles there from the men from the Caribbean, but there is some concern. They know they are going to have to bat incredibly well to chase this total down and to stay in this series. They lose tonight, it's an unassailable 2-0 lead for Nepal, and who would have thought that 2 days ago, let alone a couple of years ago. The associates do not get to play the full members all together too often. They're showing yet again here in Sharjah why they belong, why Nepal belong. And as one of the great songs in the last couple of years has the fans dancing in the stands. They're going to be so proud of their men from the Himalayas again. A pair of 60s is 60 for Asif Sheikh, and 60 for Sundeep Jora has helped drive this total of 173 for 6
marvellous partnership, that one, between those two key men.
Yes, exactly. 100 partnership between Asif Sheikh and Sundeep Zora. Only 2 batters crossing the 60-run mark. He did 173 for 6 in 20 overs. 13 extras for
the bowlers. Well, the 5 wickets that went to those of the ball alongside the run out. 2 for Kyle Mayers, who I suppose did the job that was asked of him. 2 for 21. The pick of the attack, no doubt. That was Akil Hussain, the captain. I thought Jediah Blades bowled exceptionally well for his 1 for 27. Okay, let's get down pitch side for some immediate reaction. Carlos Brathwaite has Jason Holder alongside him.
Jason Prime Billet बनेको हरेक निर्माण
अब हामी फेरि भेट्नेछौँ ब्रेकमा एकछिनपछि अहिलेको लागि यतिमै हाम्रो लाइभ समाप्त।
Indulge this festive season with Sunfeast Dark Fantasy. Grab it before it's gone.